So you're looking for a dog trainer right here in Wentzville, and maybe you're not quite sure where to start. Well, don't worry, it's not as complicated as it might seem. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down everything you need to know, from different training styles to our local laws, so you can feel really confident in your choice.
You know, having a well-behaved dog just makes life better, right? Especially in a community like ours. Just imagine taking a peaceful stroll through historic downtown without any yanking on the leash. Or maybe just relaxing at Rotary Park with a calm, happy dog by your side. That's the dream, and the right training is what gets you there.
Okay, first things first. Before we even talk about specific trainers, it's really helpful to understand the main idea behind the most effective and kindest dog training methods that professionals use today. It really all comes down to this: positive reinforcement. This whole approach is about making your dog want to work with you. Instead of using old-school, punishment-based methods that can create fear and anxiety, this turns learning into a fun game. It builds their confidence, and that's why all the major veterinary and behavior organizations recommend it. You get a stronger bond and results that actually stick.
All right, so now that we're on the same page about the what, let's talk about the how. What does training actually look like? Let's check out the different ways you can do it.
This table lays it out pretty clearly. Group classes are just fantastic for socialization and teaching your dog to listen even when other dogs are around. Private lessons, on the other hand, are perfect when you need to focus on something specific, like maybe your dog goes crazy when the doorbell rings. And then you have board and train, which can give you a great head start, but you have to be extra careful to make sure they're using humane, positive methods. The most important thing is to pick the format that fits your dog and your goals.
So you know the philosophy you're looking for, and you have an idea of what format might work best. Now, how do you find a real professional? Let's go over what to look for and what to ask.
You've probably seen a bunch of letters like these after a trainer's name. They aren't just for show. Think of them as a degree in dog training. It means that person has studied and passed some pretty tough exams on animal behavior, learning theory, and ethics. It shows they're serious about their profession and about staying up to date. When you have that first chat with a potential trainer, have these questions ready. You're listening for them to talk about positive reinforcement. A great trainer will be proud to tell you about their certifications and will be able to explain exactly how they'll create a plan just for your dog. And, of course, being clear about progress and costs is always the sign of a real pro.
All right, let's talk about the budget. It's a huge part of the decision, right? So let's look at what you can typically expect to invest for professional training here in the Wentzville area.
For a standard 6-week group class, for basic manners or puppy socialization, this is a pretty realistic range for the whole course. It's often one of the most affordable ways to get started with those foundational skills.
And here's a look at the bigger picture. You can see how the costs change based on how much personal attention you're getting. Private lessons cost more per hour, but you get that one-on-one focus. And packages can give you better value. And a board and train program, well, that's a much bigger investment, and it reflects the 24/7 care and training involved. This should give you a good ballpark for your budget. Okay, let's bring this all right back home to Wentzville. Knowing our local rules and the best spots to practice your new skills is absolutely key for making it all stick. This right here is the #1 rule you need to know. Unless you are inside a designated off-leash area, your dog must be on a leash. That means on sidewalks, in parks, on trails, everywhere. So having good loose-leash walking skills isn't just polite, it's the law. Here are a few other quick things to keep on your radar. That rabies vaccination, totally required by state law, so make sure you're up to date. The good news is you don't need to worry about a separate city dog license here in Wentzville. And this is interesting. While a trainer needs a business license, there's no state certification requirement. That just makes it even more important for you to check for those professional credentials we talked about earlier.
So after you learn something new, where can you go to practice? Quail Ridge Park is fantastic for working on leash skills. Tons of trails and space. Fox Hill Park is a great spot to practice around a little more activity. And for that all-important off-leash recall, the Wentzville Bark Park is the only place to do it safely.
We really hope this helps you on your journey to find a great trainer. Taking the time now to build these skills makes every part of your life together better. It's all about those wonderful, simple moments, enjoying a coffee downtown, a neighbor stopping to say hello, or just relaxing at home with a happy, confident dog who is truly part of the family.